pictures coming in now from Dover Air Force Base. This is the dignified transfer observed now by Vice President Vance of Sergeant Benjamin N. Pennington, 1st Space Battalion, 1st Space Brigade, Fort Carson, Colorado, from Glendale, Kentucky, was killed at Prince Sultan Air Base in Saudi Arabia. He was the 7th American casualty in this war. With General Teichert, Commander Lippold as well. There's no volume on this. One of the agreements for what is called the pool that is allowed to film this is there is absolutely no audio captured. It is a silent tape, so we'll go ahead and speak over it as the casket of Sergeant Pennington is brought back to the United States at Dover. I know, General, you've been through these before. Take us through what we're seeing.
Leland, everything about this event is scripted to provide maximum honor, dignity, and respect for the fallen hero. And while the Vice President is here today and the President was there on Saturday, this same ceremony happens if it's the middle of the night on a cold, dark, windy, rainy day with no one in the audience. The honor guard who performs this ceremony has a creed, and part of that creed is my performance will never be dictated by the type of ceremony, the severity of the temperature, or the size of the crowd, because that fallen hero deserves their best no matter what. We're bringing him home today. And sadly, but with pride in our heart, we know that we are defended by heroes like that.
Yeah, Commander Lippold, I think as we look at a picture there of Sergeant Pennington, I think about the men and women who were killed on the USS Cole you were the commander of when it was struck by a terrorist suicide boat. They also came home at Dover, and if that doesn't speak to you that we are now watching the deaths of those Americans that served with you, as well as the hundreds, if not thousands, of other Americans that have been killed by the Iranian regime being avenged.
Leland, you're absolutely right. When I look at that ceremony and I know that the grief that the families are going through and feeling as they watch their loved one go by, they're very proud that they served our nation, but they're also heartbroken that they have to bring them home the way they are. The fact that this ceremony was conducted hundreds of times, thanks to Iranian IEDs, if people want to know why we need to see this through and ensure that the Iranians never have that capability again, this is why. It's not about the immediate. It's not about the current intel today. It is 47 years of the Iranian regime killing Americans, maiming thousands, and it is time for accountability. This ceremony honors those who serve, and we should be grateful for their sacrifice.
Yes, it does. As the transfer case of Sergeant Benjamin Pennington comes off the C-17 past the Vice President of the United States. General, as we saw the casket or the transfer case go by, it went past both the Vice President and the Secretary of War, Pete Hegseth, both veterans themselves who lost friends and have spoken about losing friends in combat, thinking about many of the people who were killed in Iraq were killed by the Iranians. And now it is Sergeant Pennington and others who will pay the ultimate sacrifice to avenge that death, as I think the commander pointed out, after 47 years of the Iranians running roughshod.
I think both the Vice President and the Secretary of War are probably thinking about their colleagues who passed away in similar fights and were welcomed back home in similar ways. And I know that, like we've been talking about, starting from the very beginning of this regime 47 years ago, that they have intentionally and consistently targeted Americans.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.